Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your weekly reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you're watching this reading was meant to find you. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Cancer, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. 3 of Cups, bliss, look at that. Celebration, recognition, appreciation, gratitude, right? This is really, really good. I think you're somebody who you're ready for the good things in life, you know? You're ready to connect with people. You see a lot of potential in your life, a lot of potential in all of your relationships. You have a dream and you're very hopeful for that dream. Yeah. This is a belief in yourself. This is a gratitude for the world around you. I feel like this is an energy that just feels good to be alive. Feels good to have the opportunity to succeed, to fulfill our potential, to follow our path, to fulfill our destiny. Yeah. This is a really good mood. Okay, I think that you're experiencing some real optimism here. And this is real hope. And it's real hope because we can see that this is really actually possible. Yeah. I think you're getting a very strong confirmation in your life that what your dreams consist of is real stuff, and they're going to manifest. Let's put this card into some context, and let's see what other energies are surrounding you. We got that Tower. Look at that. We got a 2 of Pentacles. We got a Prince of Cups, and your Chariot power card, the Cancer power card. That is the card that rules the sign of Cancer. We haven't seen that card in a minute, have we? Wow. And then, of course, the Ace, the truth, really the proof. The proof of the pudding is in the tasting, right? And I think this Tower moment is, it's disruptive. Yeah, it's gonna shake things up big time. It's gonna change your life. But holy shit, this is really happening. This is a Tower event. This is a moment of breakthrough. This is a moment of leveling up. This is the moment of sudden success, right? You had this hope. You've had this commitment. You felt you felt like something good's going to happen soon, right? And then Tower moment. And then suddenly it's just this explosion of success and happiness. And I think that it's proving to yourself that you're right. You know, this hope, this dream that you have, this optimism, it's going to prove correct. And this is a really big leveling up for you. And this is extraordinary, especially with that Chariot card at the top. Oh, very good. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know, okay? Let's put the rest of our cards on the table here. We have a 9 of Pentacles, yes, gain. We have a Knight of Swords, a Princess of Swords, and a 4 of Swords. It really has a lot to do with how you are thinking about things and how you are making decisions. I feel like this is really happening. And this seems like this is extraordinary. Can we just leave it here? This is perfect. But the aftermath of all your gain, all of your success, it's going to give you more responsibilities, more decisions to make, more people to say yes and no to, and you're really going to have to find ways to keep a good head on your shoulders, especially with this kind of success. The 4 of Swords is saying you've got to stay even. You've got to try to not get stressed out by the success. Can be very stressful, right? It's a very good problem to have. But we've got to make sure that we make good decisions. We don't want to get carried away by anything. We've got to be able to unwind, okay? And then I think really with the success, with this, with this, it seems like a jackpot, this breakthrough, this big win. With that comes a lot of responsibilities. With success comes a lot of decisions, a lot of stress, and you're going to find ways to deal with that. And I think that is very, very important. It's some very practical energy coming through on the path of the serpent. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith Waite Tarot. This is the factor, infinite. Getting some extras here. It's very interesting there with the 3 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. I think I'm getting a little too excited here with your Tower card and your power. You got a Tower and power, right? Very cool. Mystery card over here with Mr. Ed, our tiny horse. Now, interesting that we've got the volunteer cards that we do have, the 3 of Wands and the 10 of Swords, basically saying that we've got to keep our integrity. We've got to make the right decisions. Otherwise, all the success, this whole breakthrough, this whole dream come true that you're doing, you're going to ruin it. Okay, let's not do that. Let's not ruin it. So this card we'll put up here with our 4 of Swords. And really, our 3 of Wands is our integrity. It's your ability to do the right thing, even when it's difficult, even when it's unpopular. Some of this air energy is saying that you're going to have to make choices in life that not everybody's going to agree with. But hey, this is your dream come true. This is your breakthrough moment. This is your Tower event. This is your leveling up. It's your success. You're going to have to make those difficult decisions. Are you ready for that? Okay? Because this is really happening. And when it really happens, there's going to be responsibilities that follow. Okay? We're not just stopping over here with the Ace of Swords and saying, look at this is perfect. In real life, things continue. There is an aftermath, right? There is a follow through to your success. This breakthrough moment, that's not just it. It's not the end of the movie, right? There's the follow-through. There's the aftermath. There's all the responsibility, all the decisions and choices that come with this success. Okay? I can't believe you got your Tower of Power right here. That's so cool to me. If you have a prediction for the mystery card, put it in the comments. Otherwise, looking around the room, these are our 2 major arcana energies, the Tower and the Power. Okay? And the Tower event really is you're unleashing your potential. Your dream is now breaking through from the realm of imagination to reality. And the third eye is open. The truth is being revealed. You are seeing the truth and speaking your truth. That this dream that you believe in, and I think you've always believed in this, and it's kind of like this has been a dream of yours for a long, long time, and you've always been a proponent. I think you've always been hopeful of it, even if sometimes we kind of feel like, man, it's never going to happen. You've still held that in you. You still said, I know I've got this potential. I know this is who I am. Maybe one day. Sometimes life starts going downhill, and we think, well, maybe not this life, But you've always held on to it. And with the Chariot card, this is devotion. This is your obedience. This is your loyalty to yourself. Your power here is really your thick skin. And I think in this case, it's your ability to withstand everybody who's telling you could never do it. Everyone that kind of, maybe not in so many words, but everybody that you felt was saying, you're never going to amount to anything. You're never going to do it. Your dream, it's a pipe dream. You don't have what it takes, All those people that you felt doubted you. Right? And I think you developed a very thick skin. Of course, inside the shell, inside of this armor, is that very soft center, that 3 of Cups, that dream. And the dream never went away. And even when, I don't know, other people in your life, or critics, or your enemies, your haters, that told you couldn't do it and laughed or whatever it was, you developed a very thick skin, and you never really gave up. I think you got close to it, but we never did it. Okay? Power card. What we don't see is any fire. well, we don't have any wands. We have, the tower is fire. This is all Mars energy. That's all fire right there, right? That is, all the fire is coming out like a volcano. Okay, so we don't have any fire anywhere else because this is unleashing the fire. This is unleashing your confidence, your creativity, your vision, your life, your future, your spirit now. All the obstacles are falling away. All of the crusty outer surface is breaking up and all the mud is dried up and it's gone. It's pure fire coming out of you now, right? And this is that fire of creation. This is that fire of will, of attention, of intention, and of confidence, of power, right? A new level of confidence and power. And this is it. And I think that your dream is happening. I think it's going to happen very soon. I think that it's going to happen suddenly. It's going to disturb your life in a way. Anytime we get a tower, it's disruptive. It's usually very abrupt change that is good for us. It is a breakthrough to the other side of an obstacle, the other side of whatever limitation has been there. And it's going to be kind of different on the other side. We've never been there before. We don't know what it's going to be like. But the ground gets shaky, things start falling away, things start changing. It's kind of chaotic for the time being, okay? So be ready for that, but understand that it is your dream, it is your soul, it is your hope and your wish that is causing this eruption of this fiery creative energy. Okay. Now, underneath the surface is the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is a card of harmonious change. You've always been a person that's trying to do better, that's trying to do the right thing, that's trying to do good, that's trying to grow. You're somebody that you don't really like surprises. You like to be the one to surprise yourself, you know. You don't like surprises in that you don't want other people to sort of spring something on you unexpectedly, to sort of, surprise, there's change happening. No, you want to say that, I'm putting in the work and I'm causing the change. You want to be the cause of that sort of fluctuation rather than it just being sprung on you without your awareness. But you've always tried to make the right choices, and you've always had a particular understanding how every choice we make is sort of putting us on a different timeline in a different universe. And so we're always branching off into all these other universes. And I think that you've always been trying to pursue that universe wherein your dream becomes a reality. Doesn't mean that we've always made the best choices, but you understand the power of choice. You understand the power of proactive, changes, proactive decisions. Trying to make progress, trying to do the right thing. I think you've always had these little, like micro goals, You've always given yourself a little challenge in life that, okay, well, this week I'm going to try to walk 5,000 steps a day or whatever it is. And you always try to push yourself and you do these little things. You're always working on self-development. You're always trying to grow your character and to expand your life, right? I feel like you have all these I don't know what they call them, atomic habits, or all these little, all these minor things that they all add up to big things, And I think that this is really the character building. We're always aware of what we're doing. There's always something that we need to work on with ourselves. And so we have these habits and these goals and these routines that we try to implement. Yeah. And I think that combined with your Prince of Cups, which is your really, there was a moment in life where you decided you had no choice but to live authentically. The Prince of Cups is someone who is really trying to express their inner truth and to live their own life and be who they are, which then implies that maybe there was a time in your life where you didn't really know who you were, or you were just kind of trying to fit in or blend in, and we didn't really know what it meant to live authentically. I think that there was a moment where you sort of woke up. I don't know if something happened in your life or if it was just kind of dawned on you one day. I feel like there may have been a particular event right? Something that you can now reflect on and say, yeah, that was the moment where I just woke up and said, I'm screw trying to be like everybody else. I'm going to be me. Yeah. And I think from that day forward, you realized what your potential was, whether this is an artist thing, a career thing, whether this is, I don't know, something in business, whether this is just you're going to be gardening, or whether this is a physical thing, whatever, whatever your dream is, whatever your purpose is in life. You started to realize that you do have potential. And I don't know if it's potential for any particular thing. And that's the thing about being authentic. Being authentic doesn't mean like, okay, I know that my particular skill is being a tarot reader. And so my potential, my wish, my dream is just to be a tarot reader, right? Well, that's not really the potential. I mean, it's the detail of what the potential could turn into. But to have potential, it's untapped, it's undifferentiated, it's not particular yet. It's not specified. It's still a latent force that's within you. That's kind of like, I have all this potential, you have all this potential, everybody has unlimited potential. How it's going to actually develop and what it's going to become in a solid material world way is not predetermined. Okay? So we have a sense of purpose. We have potential. How you're going to use that, maybe you're a banker, maybe you're an artist, maybe you're both. Whatever you do, it doesn't matter what you're doing. What matters is how and why. Why? Because you have the potential to do it. How? By tapping into that potential, right? By staying consistent, by believing in yourself, by living authentically. See, we could be directed into different activities in our life, and we could maybe get very successful at doing it, but it doesn't have anything to do with our potential, doesn't have anything to do with our dream or our purpose. I just started doing it, and I was okay at it. But to really tap into that potential, it says whatever you put your mind to, whatever you put your energy into, you can be the greatest. So can everybody else, right? But you can be the greatest. And I feel like one day we woke up to that. I think something happened in your life, and you said, you know what? I'm going to start doing me. I'm going to figure out what my potential is and where I can channel that, how I can get that out of me, through which medium it is most likely going to, through what medium it's most likely to manifest. Okay? And that is our Prince of Cups. And then, of course, the Chariot card up above everything. This is someone with an intense devotion, a loyalty, a commitment. Okay? I think that your superpower is your ability to keep going no matter what anybody says. You've put your armor on. It's kind of like you're done. You're done being so affected by what other people say and do. It's kind of like the the Prince of Cups went inside that Chariot card, and that's who's driving the chariot. That's who's inside the armor, your authentic self. And, I don't think you're someone that really reveals their true self to everybody. I think you're kind of quiet, maybe a little shy. It's not easy for people to get close to you. And that's by design, And I think it's because you don't want to take the armor off for everybody and leave yourself exposed to that kind of influence, I think that you don't have a need to show off. You don't have a need to show everybody who you authentically are just for some kind of accolades or something, So we remain in a way untouchable. Yeah, by the criticism, by the other people that and it creates a bit of mystery around you. I think that for the most part, you're a rather kind of strong, silent type. And I think some people might even say that you seem kind of heartless. It seems like you don't care about anything. Because maybe you have a little bit of stoicism. Maybe you don't let your emotions just sort of run wild and rampant all over the world, you keep yourself contained. But that is because you feel things so absolutely deeply, in your core that you have to wear some kind of a cloak, some kind of armor, And I think this really keeps you committed to what is truly important to you, and this is how you are leveling up your life, and this dream is coming true. Yeah. And the Ace of Swords in the future position, I think that in some way, and I don't know exactly how, but in some way you're going to be proven right. Okay? And it could be to parents, family, friends, it could be to the world, it could be to yourself. You're going to be proven right. In other words, there have been doubts. There's been something either from within you or from outside of you that has told you, you can't, you're wrong, it's not going to work, you're foolish, whatever, etc., blah, blah, blah. The Ace of Swords is kind of that declaration of, hey, this is real. This is happening, and it's kind of like it's an I told you so moment, in other words, right? It might be that we told ourselves so. It doesn't mean that we're going to be out there sort of flaunting things and rubbing it in everybody's faces, but this is a satisfaction to ourselves that says, hey, I believed in myself, and I was right. It's like I bet on the right horse, because we bet on ourselves. And this is that moment of realization. And I think that everything becomes clear. I think that this is, I think it's the sort of the aftermath of the tower moment. When everything is happening, it's going to be very disruptive. But once everything settles down, your truth is going to be left standing. And I don't think anything is going to push you off your course ever again. Let's talk about the path of the serpent. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything, but it does support the channel, and I really do appreciate that. Your general energy is this 9 of Pentacles. This is this is living a successful life. Okay? And this is really, with that 3 of Cups, this is kind of saying like you're living the dream. I wonder if the mystery card will be the 9 of Cups, right? You're living the dream here. You have gained, right? You have broken through this ceiling, right? You have leveled up, and this is now you operating on this new level. Okay, so there's a lot of responsibility here. I think it definitely has to do with a financial situation, has to do with physical health, it has to do with your environment, like just literally like the material world, okay? A lot of things are happening, a lot of growth is taking place. There's a lot of progress here. And I think you're somebody who is, I think you've got a good business sense, I feel like you know how to manage money. You know how to run a business, and even if it's just your own life, you kind of know how to do it in a very professional and business-like manner. Because that's what we have to do, right? We have to treat our life as a business in a way. In other words, we have to take it seriously. We have to respect it. We have to have rules and policies that we follow, And we have to know how to manage our lives. Not just the financial and the physical part, but the relationships, the scheduling. We've got to do all the things, right? And I think that you're really good at that. And I think that's kind of, after this big breakthrough, it seems like this is a big, intense, this crazy moment, and then it's very practical stuff taking place afterwards, right? In the position of your environment, we've got a Knight of Swords. It's kind of a Libra energy. It's about making those real-time decisions. And I think that, in the next week or 2 or 3, you're going to have a lot of decisions to make. There's going to be a lot of, a lot of people needing direction from you. And you're going to have to make a lot of these kinds of decisions of what you want, how you want it, maybe creative decisions, business decisions, financial decisions, and it's all on your shoulders, okay? And I think that this is a confidence. I think this is really you diving into all of this administrative kind of work, this business kind of work, and really doing a good job, really thriving there. Is another one of your potentials, I think that you're very good with that kind of organization. Maybe you are, doing something in the realm of business or of finances, something where organization is important. Something where delegating and doing scheduling and kind of keeping things functioning harmoniously is something you're very good at, and that's going to really require you to dive in. What you don't want is the Princess of Swords. You don't want to allow yourself to feel challenged, right? Because the Knight and the Princess are very different. They're opposite ends of the air, right? The Knight is very confident, makes decisions quickly, and everyone sort of respects the authority. What you don't want is the Princess, who is kind of like, you're unsure of yourself, people are going to take advantage of you. If you don't seem like you're really confident in your decisions, people are going to say, oh, there's weakness here. I see a way in, So it's important that we maintain our integrity and our confidence, and we don't show the kind of the intellectual weakness, the mental weakness, right? We've got to stay confident, and it's better to make a decision with power and authority, even if it's the wrong decision, than to make the right decision, but with this timid, kind of shaky, uncertain energy. See what I mean? And really, it's going a long way to get that Four of Swords. This sort of the peace of mind. I think it's a calmness of mind. It's a calm confidence is what I'm trying to say. It's a card of compromise yet respect. It's we're willing to negotiate, but we're not going to be taken advantage of. It's a card called truce. It's saying we can sit at the table and we can figure things out, but don't try any funny business, right? Don't think you're going to pull one over on me, So it's really a confidence here, and I think whatever you're doing, you've got to be very discerning, you've got to be very confident, but you also have to be willing to compromise, okay? I think that's going to be important energy for you in the coming days and weeks. Now, we've also got our 10 of Swords, which is if we lose our integrity, we're going to lose all the success that we're creating. Okay. The Three of Wands is another card of confidence, right? It's virtue. It's us kind of being confident to make the right decision even when it's unpopular, even when it's difficult. And it sort of puts our mind at ease. It's kind of like, I'm not worried about it because I know it's the right decision. Therefore, all the opposition, any of the other opinions are not going to bother you. Because in your deepest self, you know that you're making the right call. Okay? And so in a way, the Three of Wands becomes us trusting ourselves. Trusting our impulses, trusting our intuition, trusting our instincts and our decisions. And sleeping real easy at night, even when we've had to make real hard choices because we knew that they were the right ones. And we trust ourselves that much. Because we have integrity, we have virtue. And without that, I think that 10 of Swords is going to lead to, just looking at this card seems bad, right? Seems like we've been stabbed in the back. Seems like we have been betrayed. It seems like whenever the Princess of Swords shows weakness, right? And it gets taken advantage of pretty soon, we're overthrown. Right? But really it's something we do to ourselves. That if we're not confident that we can handle this new life, or this leveling up, or this new level that we're on, if we don't believe in ourselves, we're going to make a lot of bad choices. We may make the right choices, but with such anxiety that we're not going to have the follow through. It's not going to end up being the right decision. And that really is a self-betrayal, right? And it may happen through the interplay of other people, other forces, and other interactions and things, but really it's us that do it to ourselves. So we've got to avoid this. We've got to stay confident. This is the life that we're creating, and we've got to really acknowledge that we deserve to be there, and that we can handle it, and we're going to make the right decisions, the best decisions. Now, of course, we want to be open to compromise, like I said, but we do not want to, we don't want to let this go through our own insecurity. You see? Let's take a look at our mystery card. I still want that 9 of Cups. If you have a prediction, please put it in the comments down below. Let's see what we have. The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is, in one sense, kind of going with the flow of this energy. It's sort of a baptism by water. I think it really is kind of showing, it's showing a complete and utter trust. It is kind of like we're folding our hands behind our back and we're just falling into the water. Well, we saw the water energy over here with your authenticity, your dream. And I think really this is about you diving headfirst into your dream with that confidence that this is your potential and that it is going to work no matter what, no matter how long it takes, and no matter how hard it is, you're going to do it. This is fully surrendering ourselves to ourselves, surrendering ourselves to this potential that we have, to this dream that we have. The only way you're not going to make it is if you quit. 10 of Swords, you stab yourself in the back, you betray yourself. That's the only way you're not going to win. That's the only way you're going to fail is if you quit. So I like the Hanged Man because this is a fully giving ourselves over to this dream. No apprehension, no weakness, no hesitation, just closing our eyes and diving right on in. I like it. Diving into ourselves, diving into our potential. Yeah. Diving into our dream, our authenticity. We're going to do an extended reading too if you want to stick around. There is a link up top. There's a link down below. New readings for Cancer, Tuesday and Friday. Be sure to watch both readings. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.